Look at the moss, how thick it is on the trees. And actually everything is just like a carpet. It's beautiful. Sucking all the water. Hangs in the bark. Like when it stops raining, all the orchids come out. It's beautiful. The whole tree is just full of orchids. Beautiful orchids, but not right now. I think it's the wind. Papers. My name is Bremley Lyngdoh, and this is my ancestral village in Mawphlang. Right now we are in our sacred forest, or the Lyngdoh Sacred Forest, which our clan has been maintaining for more than 500 years. This is a very sacred ground because it's a place of worship. It is sanctified. Our ancestors have got altars there where they actually have sacrifices, where they give thanks to the Creator, the Almighty God. And we have about 500 species of different organisms and species that grow in this forest. It's so unique. And as a matter of fact, each Khasi clan used to have a sacred forest like this, but this is one of the few that remains today in our land, in our state. So it is our duty and responsibility to protect this forest for generations to come. I travel around the world because I enjoy discovering new cultures, new countries, learning new languages, new dances, eating new foods. But also I travel because I want to make a difference at the grassroots, to make positive changes in those communities that I visit, that I travel to around the world, especially in Africa, South America, and also Asia. So some things which I really like when traveling is, you know, I go sometimes completely unplanned, spontaneous. Of course, I carry my maps and everything to get around, but sometimes I like to get lost in that country, to go native with the locals, try to learn and immerse myself in their culture, try to understand them and be down to earth with them. And then they open up when I try to speak a language, a few sentences. I don't get ripped off. I try to dress locally, dress down, and I can just be myself and drop my guards. I see new cultures, new countries. It enriches my mind, my thoughts, and it refreshes me, it recharges me, it keeps me alive. This is what I love about traveling. I mean, just staying in one place, you're locked up in a little box. You have no concept of the reality of how big the world is and how diverse it is. So as you travel, you become a much more broad-minded person, more acceptable, more compassionate, and more, welcoming to others, because you've seen it, you've experienced it, you've lived it, you've been through it. Other things that I don't like about traveling is sometimes lack of sleep. You cannot really enjoy the beauty of that land, especially if you've had like a bad tummy, or you feel sick or something, and you can't adapt to the water or the food of that country, or bad road conditions, access to some remote communities, and by the time you get there, you're burnt out. You can't really absorb and enjoy the beauty of that land and that country, and you cannot leave back something for the people or the community because you've fallen ill.
Favorite country?
Brazil.
Favorite food?
Italian.
Favorite Italian food?
Pasta.
Favorite drink?
Martini on the rocks.
Favorite local drink?
Local drink. Kingfisher beer.
Okay, that's okay. Local. Cool.
Pineapple juice.
Eva makes them.
Yeah.
And okay, what's your favorite mode of travel, transport?
Off-roading, 4x4 driving. I also love riding, so whenever I can get on horseback, I would die for that.
And favorite trip you ever made?
Uh,
The best one.
the most amazing trip I've ever made was to the big island of Hawaii, because it's got so many microclimates, from volcanoes to beautiful beaches to mountains to lakes to ranches to, you know, rainforests, waterfalls, caves. I love the big island of Hawaii, and you can see the entire Milky Way galaxy at night.
Mm-hmm. Okay, in which country do you think is the most underrated? As in travel, the most underrated.
Where I am right now in Myanmar, Burma, where I'm working there to restore mangroves, fragile ecosystems, mangrove ecosystems. It's the land of gold. It's so beautiful. It's just across the border from India, and it's amazing beauty. They've got amazing ecosystems, from ice caps in the mountain tops near the Himalayas all the way to the beautiful beaches in the south, and they've got 2,000 miles of coastline. So it's just an untouched beauty. Myanmar, Burma.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely should go there.
Okay.
So what I do, inspired by our sacred forest here in Mawphlang, I go around the world trying to restore ecosystems, fragile ecosystems, from rainforests, terrestrial lands or terrestrial forests, to mangroves in Myanmar, to creating agroforest systems for poor villages and communities in South America and Africa, and also here in Asia. And I work to create green jobs for young people, especially those living in the rural areas, in the villages, who are living in poverty, who are living from the threat of climate change, from sea level rise, from storms, from hurricanes, and from droughts, and from deforestation. So this is what I do around the world. I build projects that are concerned with protecting forests, restoring forests, organic agriculture, creating clean sources of energy, and protecting water sources and catchment area and springs, and and a lot of market-driven enterprises for young people to create a green economy in those poor countries, so we can achieve sustainable development, which is in line with our planet's harmony, living in harmony with the planet and making a difference, and also having some social economic change, but in a green way.